In Bel Air 1926, Manuel, Manny, Torres is organizing the haphazard transport of an elephant to a debauched bacchanal at the mansion of his employer, Kinoscope Studios boss Don Wallach. Witnessing this event rife with sex, jazz, and cocaine, Manny becomes smitten with Nellie LaRoy, a brash, ambitious self-declared star from New Jersey. Himself the son of impoverished Mexican refugees, Manny shares his dream with her, to be part of something bigger. He helps carry away young actress Jane Thornton, who overdosed on drugs with actor Orville Pickwick, having the elephant walk through to distract partygoers. Also attending are Chinese-American homosexual cabaret singer Lady Fei Zhu and African-American jazz trumpeter Sidney Palmer. The flamboyantly dancing Nellie is spotted and swiftly recruited to replace Jane in a Kinoscope film. During filming, she crudely upstages Constance Moore. Manny becomes a personal assistant to the benevolent and oft-married film star Jack Conrad, who helps him secure Kinoscope assistant jobs. When a camera is urgently needed for one of Jack's scenes before nightfall, Manny procures it at the last moment, helping him climb the studio system's ranks. Nellie becomes an "it girl," covered by gossip columnist Eleanor St. John, who also follows Jack's career. As sound film displaces silence in the late 1920s, Manny skillfully adapts to the changes. At Sidney's suggestion, he pitches films starring Sidney's orchestra to Irving Thalberg and becomes a studio executive. Nellie struggles to navigate sound film's demands. One cameraman dies filming her, and increases her drug use and gambling, tarnishing her reputation, despite Manny's assistance. Nellie, shown to have an institutionalized mother, eggs on her drunken father, and inept business manager, Robert, to fight a rattlesnake at a party. He passes out. Nellie fights the snake, which bites her neck. Faye kills it and sucks out the venom. Nellie passionately kisses her. By 1932, Jack's popularity is waning, but he is still finding work in low-budget Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer films. As Hollywood becomes less libertine, executives tell Manny to fire Faye, a Kinoscope title writer, due to her lesbianism. While practicing lines with new wife Estelle, Jack is devastated to learn his longtime friend, producer, George Munn, has committed suicide. Eleanor and Manny try to revamp Nellie's image and get her into Hollywood's high society. But Nellie lashes out against upper-class snobbery at a party, demonstratively vomiting on William Randolph Hearst. Jack confronts Eleanor over her cover story on his declining popularity. She explains that his star has faded, but he will be immortalized on film. Comparatively light-skinned Sidney is offended when studio executives insist he don blackface to assuage Southern audiences' aversion to seeing interracial orchestras. He leaves Kinoscope to perform live in black establishments. Jack encounters Faye at a hotel party. She reveals her departure for Europe and Pathé. Afterwards, in his hotel room, a despondent Jack shoots himself. Eccentric gangster James McKay threatens Nellie's life over her gambling debts. Manny rejects her pleas for help, but later secures funds from the movie set drug pusher, aspiring actor, the Count, and visits James with him to pay off Nellie's debt. Manny panics upon learning the money is counterfeit, made by his prop maker. Raving about potential film ideas, the gangster drags them along to a subterranean gathering space for depraved zoosadist parties. When he realizes the cash is counterfeit, the two are about to get shot but they escape, killing James's henchman Wilson. Manny asks Nellie to flee with him to Mexico, marry and start a new life. She eventually agrees. James's associate finds Manny, killing the Count and his roommate. When terrified Manny loses control of his bladder, the hitman spares him on condition he leaves Los Angeles. While Manny gathers their belongings, Nellie reneges on her decision and dances away into the night. A montage of newspaper clippings reveals Eleanor's death at 76 and Nellie's death from a drug overdose at 34. In 1952, Manny returns to California with his wife Sylvia and young daughter, having fled to New York City and established a radio shop. He shows them the Kinoscope Studios entrance, then visits a nearby cinema alone to see Singin' in the Rain, whose depiction of the industry's transition from silence to talkies, albeit sanitized, moves him to tears. A century-spanning series of vignettes from films follows. As the focus returns to Singin', Manny tearfully smiles.